Alright guys, today I have a 2002 Lexus ES300 and I'm gonna be showing you some things and give you some tips on how to diagnose hard power steering. Okay, so if your steering is stiff, hard, and it's locking up in the positions when you're turning, sometimes it'll be very hard to turn, sometimes it'll be smooth, and it'll come to a point where it will get stuck, then it will free up again. Or if you're hearing some kind of noise and your steering is just shivering like that, it's vibrating. All right, so first of all, I'm gonna tell you to check your power steering fluid. All right, just make sure the level on this is, like you can see, this one is, it has enough fluid in there. And I know the problem with this car, and you can do a couple of things. All right, start up the car and feel the steering. All right, and this car has a pressure sensor, so if you're turning the steering and the RPM is just bouncing, so all you do is you wiggle the steering around and the RPM bounces like that, that means you have good power steering pump. It's building pressure. Every time you try to turn, it builds pressure. The pressure sensor is indicating for there's a load on the engine, there's a load to turn the steering, the RPM needs to adjust so the engine can stay stable. So that's one sign that you have a good power steering pump. If your rack and pinion goes, it's dead. It's going to be so hard you're not going to be able to turn. And if your pump goes bad, it's going to be the same way. All right, but you will have indication. All right, so if you're turning, let's say your rack goes bad and you don't know which one it is now, but in reality your rack and pinion is, the steering column is bad, the gearbox on there, whatever you want to call the rack and pinion, gearbox or steering column. If your rack and pinion goes bad, it will be very hard. If your power steering goes bad, it still will be very hard. All right, so now you need to figure out which one is bad. So you can use that little idea and a little tip. Turn the steering a little bit like that and see if the RPM moves. All right, and if you're having a steering that gets, it's softly a little tight and it spins all the way around, it comes to one spot, it gets tight, and then it jerks and it's smooth again, and then it'll get tight again in one spot. And if you have that issue, you have a bad coupler down there. Right, you're not going to be able to see it from up here, but right down there you have a steering coupler, and what that does is it makes the steering hard at one point. I bought the piece, guys. Here's the piece, and this is the coupling that's bad on this car. So what happens is, as you turn this thing, when it has a play in it, it will lock up in one spot. It will lock up right there, and then it will maneuver around again. All right, so, and you can feel this if you go down underneath on the car right here. Let me go underneath down here. All right, before I go down there and show you, let me show you what I was talking about, how to see if the power steering pump is working. All right, guys, so let me try to keep my light in one angle and the camera in another angle. We're gonna pay attention to this needle. Right now the RPM is very high because the car is cold. So let's let it get heat up, let the temperature go down. I mean, let the temperature go high and the RPM go down, and then we'll test this. All right, you see how the needle already is moving right now? Even now it's moving, and I could hear the pump, and the steering is pretty good here. All right, so as you can see right there, so not too much because right now the car is cold, the RPM is high. But let's go down here, guys. Let's go down below. If you go right here, we have the coupling right here, guys. All right, so we're gonna be replacing this piece. I'll post a video on my link. I will post my link on this video, because the next video I will do is right here is where it gets stuck. All right, this coupling is good, but the one in the bottom down there is bad. So to remove this coupling, you have to remove the bolt right here. This is the bolt right here, and then we can remove the bolt down there. The cover will come off, and you will have to release from the bottom. Do make markings, guys, and do lock up the steering. You could put a seat belt around this, because if you don't, you will break the winding on the clock spring, and you will have airbag. This car has few lights, but that's not our concern. And right now the RPM went down. Let's see. It's still cold, but I can see the needle moving that way, guys. All right. All right, so those are my tips to you guys. If you have a problem with the steering, it's stiff, if it'll come over here, got locked up, and then it'll turn again, and that's what you're gonna be doing. All right, guys, thank you for watching my video, and please subscribe. If you need help, please let me know. All right, and also one more thing, you can also see the fluid move in the reservoir. You can have somebody turn the steering while somebody looks in there. All right, guys, and that's it, guys. Thank you, and subscribe, and that's how you diagnose a problem with the hard power steering. And see you on the next one. I will post a link on my next video, on this video and the next video, for this video, for how to replace the coupling down here, and also how to diagnose the problem. All right, guys, bye bye.